With LEGO Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight on the way, this is basically the ultimate love letter to Batman as they reference the comics, the movies, and possibly anything that has the Dark Knight on it. So, the real question is, why doesn't TT Game make a video game celebrating possibly the most important superhero that never received a game? Because the basic general response that several game developers and even fans would say it's impossible. But TT Games proved it with a simple concept and gameplay.
Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look, up in the sky, it's a bird.
It's a plane!
Superman! Superman!
Superman! Superman!
Superman!
Superman!
Superman!
Superman!
It's no doubt Superman has been possibly the most discussed superhero when it comes to making a video game. But yet, TT Games have made Superman a fun character to play as since LEGO Batman 2, LEGO Batman 3, and LEGO DC Supervillains. And it worked surprisingly well. And we haven't had a LEGO Superman set in a while. Oh, and keep in mind, these are all the LEGO Superman sets. But even then, we don't have that much Superman merch compared to that of Batman. And that says a lot to the fact the DCU movie just released. So by default, you can make a LEGO Superman Legacy of the Man of Steel or something like that. And it would honor all of Superman's entire legacy throughout comics, movies, cartoons, everything that made the Man of Steel the Man of Steel. Of course, how should the game start? Well, LEGO Batman actually said they want to start right there in Crime Alley. We're going to start with Krypton's destruction. And surprisingly, LEGO actually did a LEGO Krypton's destruction level in LEGO Batman 3. This mission was basically a part of the LEGO Man of Steel that was for LEGO Batman 3. It's basically Jor-El and Lara Lovan putting a baby Kal-El in the pod while General Zod crashes in. And of course, you go from baby Kal-El crashing into Smallville and we get possibly a teenage Clark Kent. And to a majority of Superman fans, when we're talking about a teenage Clark Kent, majority of fans will point to at least a reference to Smallville. Not the town, the actual CW show starring Tom Welling, you know, that opening that everybody loved. Yeah, that one. Of course, we're going to start with basic controls for Clark, like his strength, his heat vision, but not the flight yet. We're going to reference the show and the 1978 movie a bit with Clark showing off his powers, and of course, the death of Jonathan Kent. Not by a tornado, heart attack. In a majority of Superman media, including Smallville, Superman 78, the comics, and Superman and Lois, basically Jonathan Kent, he dies from a heart attack, and it symbolizes that all the power that Clark Kent has, and he couldn't save his dad. We go to the North Pole, maybe a Santa Claus reference here and there, just for comedic events, and we go for the Fortress of Solitude, where we meet Kalex, the Superman robots, and an AI Jor-El, where we get to learn how to fly. And when we come back to Smallville, basically Martha Kent will make the suit. I would actually want to start with the Fleischer suit, like in Superman and Lois. And throughout the game, you will actually unlock new suits. Of course, other characters that we shall play in the game shall be Lois, Jimmy, Krypto, Supergirl, Superboy, Connor Kent, Superboy to be precise, Steel, and Jonathan Kent, Superboy. Meaning we'll go from Krypton to the birth of Jonathan Kent and maybe some relevant story arc there. And now we come to the enemies. Now we have seen a significant amount of Superman enemies in the LEGO games. We faced Lex Luthor several times in his Kryptonite warsuit. We've seen Metallo, Parasite, Livewire, Toyman, Lobo, Bizarro, General Zod, Manchester Black, Mongol, Brainiac, Doomsday, and of course, Darkseid. While And of course, you want to fight regular goons, and you will, and you're invincible to them. But Metropolis needs to evolve with the arrival of Superman, and goons will use advanced weaponry and tech from Xbox, kryptonite weapons, and even aliens. Of course, I'm missing one specific enemy, and he will be our vendor for Superman suits, which is none other than Mr. Mxyzptlk. As for locations, you have 3 main locations that I can think of. Obviously Metropolis, there's also Smallville, and the central hub will be the Fortress of Solitude, and you can redecorate it as many times you want, similar to that of the Batcave in Legacy of the Dark Knight. But as for other locations for story purposes, like the Phantom Zone, Brainiac's ship, and Apocalypse, I feel like that's more story-based. And of course, people want skins, like they want to customize their characters. And there are many suits for Superman. You got the Fleischer suit, you got the Golden Age suit, classic design, you got the movie skins, you got the TV shows, you got the Injustice skin. Okay, nobody likes Injustice. You got the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. You got Fortnite, Kingdom Come, Flashpoint, our Cowboy Superman, Dark Knight Returns Superman, Batman Beyond Superman, and the black suit from Doomsday. There are so many skins to choose from for Superman, and it's a legacy to pick them. And literally, that's all I can say about a game that would break the curse of saying there will never be a good Superman game. Literally, TT Games needs to do this game, and I feel like they're qualified to do it. If you have any opinion on this, let me know. And as always, thanks for watching.